But, you know, at our age, we've been judging our skin a long time. The state of Texas will chastise or fine an employee. Look at the justice system in the United States.
Your eyes tell me that you don't wanna leave just yet. No, my eyes agree. It's almost like when we first met. Oh.
Good morning, my Kit Kats. Yeah, my name is Kate, and this is the start of a new vlog. If you are new to my channel, I welcome you. Please like and subscribe. If you're returning, thank you so much. I do appreciate the support. I am on the way to make a couple of runs. I need to go first. I need to go to the UPS store, return some Shein shoes. I must have really liked these shoes because I bought them twice. Okay. I need to return some shoes. I need to go pick up some medicine. And I need to go by the market and pick up a couple bread and couple of simple things. Not doing too much on that because we're going out of town. Nothing big. We're going to Houston for the weekend, and I am trying to get a few things situated. I have to make dog food because I make Prince's dog food. Yes, he's a little spoiled, but I make his dog food because it tends not to upset his stomach so much. But my daughter says she would keep him for me overnight so I don't have to bring him. And I thought I'd just take you along. We got a break in the rain, so I figured let me make a quick run to get a couple things done before it starts raining again. We are so soggy and wet, and it's just a thing. Then I need to pass by my dad's house. You know, I'm truly blessed that I do have my parents, and I am grateful for both of them. Today is their anniversary. So they have been married 59 years. And I thought I'm going to get my mom some flowers. And I got to check with the kids. I think they're going to give them a gift certificate for going out to eat. Kind of hard getting people that got pretty much everything, but to figure out what to get them. So I'm going to make those couple of runs and take you with me. Okay, I have gone to Kroger's and I have gone to the UPS store and done that. Trying, and the weather looks like it's holding out so far, so we're gonna try that. And then now I need to go get some medicine. I told you we were going to Houston this weekend. We are going to I'm a military spouse, so we are going to base unit reunion. He's the first sergeant. So we're going to his unit's reunion. Guys, he hasn't seen it several years since he's been in that unit. And we just decided we would go ahead in Houston and swing around and stay the night in Galveston. Just to say we're getting away for a little bit. So I'm going to be getting ready and packing for that. Because I'm sure we're going to go to dinner and something simple. But now I'm trying to make it around. Pick up medicine. Go this way. Because they've been calling two days about it. So we're going to see. I'm looking at all these places that it is not raining. I saw the news this morning where Italy is drying up. The hidden monuments and stuff are coming up from under the water because they haven't rained and the lakes and rivers are drying up. So the old ships that have sank and the Spanish mounds have been revealed, and I'm like, wow, certain areas are getting so much rain, others aren't getting any. Then I'm looking on the news about this ex-president and the things that they found in his home. And I'm like, all these confidential records, you know, on this channel we don't get into the politics and all that, but it just kind of makes you mad that he can get away with so much stuff and nothing's been done about it. You know, people getting threatened if they try to do something about it, but you know, we sleep at home in our bed and they kick the door in and shoot you dead and oh, my bad, it was a mistake. Yeah, well, they're double standards and they wonder what white privilege is all about. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, that was unnecessary, but I pray every morning that the hate will stop, discrimination will stop, all this. Just call a person for what they are. You know, judge me on who I am and not color of my skin. But you know, at our age, we've been judging our skin a long time. How many jobs have you not got because of the color of your skin? Got the education, got the experience, got the know-how, but the only thing is the color of your skin, and you can prove it. Because when you go to an interview and you're sitting up there with 3 or 4 degrees, 20 years experience in the field and including management, and you pick the cute little white girl, and I'm saying it, the cute little white girl that's been in the field not 6 months. But you tell me that there's no discrimination in that and there's nobody, man, come on. What else? What else? One that has never been, she was a supervisor for 2 months, been in the field for 6 months, and you give her the position on top of the person with 3 more degrees than her, 20 years experience, including 15 years of management, and you give it to the cute little white girl. Oh, okay. But you're supposed to be stupid. But that's in the past. I'm going to let that go. I can tell y'all stories about parole. Supervising in parole is unreal. Unreal. They sit there and the state of Texas will chastise or fine an employee before they do an offender. Because they don't want you to call them offenders anymore. They want you to call them clients. I'm sorry, I can't get to use to calling an offender a client. A client is a person that pays for services, not a person that is required to have services because he went to jail for free. No, I can't. That makes no sense to me. But they sit up there. Then they want to make it convenient. Oh, he can't come on this day. Give him a break. Look at the justice system in the United States and in other countries. If they would do more of what other countries do, I guarantee you we wouldn't have all the issues that we have now. But here, the offender cries or gets mad or he's offended by the way his officer talked to him. Now, mind you, this could have been a murderer, a rapist, whatever, robbed your mama. I mean, just everything. And they worried about his feelings. Well, what happened to the victim's feelings? What happened to the victim's families that they left behind? But you so concerned about his feelings. Really? Oh, okay. Okay. So when he break into your house next time, we gonna see. But yeah, they worried about those feelings. But this is the same people that when we had a hurricane, I'll tell you about the hurricane story. We had this major hurricane about 4 years ago. I think that was, I can't remember which one of them hurricanes it was. And I was still supervisor at the time. So I couldn't get out of my yard. I mean, we were landlocked. Water had not gotten into my house, but had gotten into my parents' home. So we had to end up getting them out. We had to walk them out. I get a call. I have to tell you this story. I get a call from my mom at 1 o'clock in the morning. And she says, water coming in through the front door. And I'm like, I was asleep. I said, Mom, I said, don't worry about it. I said, put a couple of towels down. I didn't think it was bad. I said, put a couple of towels down. I'll go with you in the morning and I'll help you clean the floor up. So I rolled over for about 2-3 minutes and I said, did my mama just call me? So I called her back on the phone. I said, Mom, did you just call me? She said, yeah, water's coming through the front door. I said, what do you mean water's coming through? She said, yeah, water's coming through the front door. And I'm looking outside and it is pouring. It is pouring down raining. I said, well, okay, I'm going to go check. So I got, the kids were still home at the time. I got the kids up. I got Bay up. I said, hey, I said, water's coming into Mom's house. Let's go see if we can help them put the furniture up. That was my idea. So we jumped. He gets all into his military gear, you know, like he's gone to the swamps or something, which we needed it. And I throw something on, and the kids come, and we get about a quarter. My mom lives a half a mile from my house. We get about a quarter of a mile down the road, and the road disappears. I mean, completely disappears underwater. I said, oh my God. I said, how are we going to get to Mom's house? So he left the truck. They left the truck right there. Got out of the truck, walked. Him and my son walked to my mom's house. In the pitch dark, luckily we know the area, you know, where to turn, because they could have easily jumped down in one of these ditches and went underwater. So they walked to my mom and dad's house. Hold on. Okay, and they walked around the corner while I'm in the car with my daughter, around the corner to get my mom and dad. And mind you, it is still pouring down rain. So they get them and they come back. I see my mom coming with an umbrella, Bay holding on to my dad while fighting the umbrella, my son bringing the cat because they have a cat, and he's fighting because he's getting wet and trying to scratch up my son, and is laugh at it now, but at the moment we was like scared to death. So we get them all in the car. Water had gotten in the house, really hot. So I'm like, okay. So we get them in the truck, we back up to the house, and, you know, I put them to bed. And I say we will go by the house in the morning and see what the damages are. The next morning, we wake up and we try to go down there, and of course you can't. The road is still cut off. It's actually worse than it was the night before. The water has gotten higher. We had to get a neighbor to take us in a boat to get to my parents' home. Mind you, only half a mile from my house, but the water didn't get in my house. My house is kind of built up higher. So we took a boat to my mom's house. where the water was so high, we floated over the mailboxes. And we got to the back door. We went through the back. And when she wanted to get her medicine, which was up in a cabinet in the kitchen, that the water came up to her chest when she got in the house. So mind you, if she would have gotten out, which her house is built up, it's just not built up as high as mine. That if she would have got out of the boat in front of her house or even in the street, the water would have went over her head. So she gets down and she goes into the house and gets the medicine. And she's just devastated because everything in the house is just ruined. Just water is up about 4 feet in the house. And so in the streets it's a good 6-7 foot, easy. And so she's in the house, she gets the medicine and comes back and she's just heartbroken. And I was like, Mom, it's material, we're gonna fix it. So they stayed, saying all that, they stayed with us for 6 months till we totally gutted her house, went through, salvaged what we could salvage. A lot of things, surprisingly, we could. All the furniture and all that had to be replaced, but some of her personal things we got. A lot of pictures we had to work on and get them redone, but some stuff was up high in the closets and cabinets and stuff, so that those were saved. But we had to rebuild the whole house. It had to be gutted out and redone. We ran into the crappy contractors and the shady this and shady that, and we finally got her house rebuilt after about 6-7 months. They stayed with us. And that was a test on faith, love, and family. And they moved back in. So, but they have been settled since. But that has made a believer out of me, to the point where you have a bag. Well, we live in Texas and we live on the coast. So you have a backpack where you have to get out. Now, I do want to go and buy a little RV, because when they say get out of town, my butt gonna get out of town, and I need everybody to follow me so that we have the bathroom, the kitchen, and somewhere to cook it and sit the rest if you have to. Heck, if we gotta sleep in cars, we do what we gotta do. But saying all that was an experience of what a family should be able to do. Hello, my Kit Kats, and welcome to another recipe. Tonight's dinner, we're going to do meatballs, rice, and carrots. We're going to make a spicy sauce to go with the meatballs. So we have our rice, we have our onions, we have our panko, we have our sesame seeds, ginger, our sweet Korean barbecue sauce, sour cream, carrots, and a little chili sauce. Okay, you know me. I'm going to wash up the vegetables, and I'm going to make the rice, and I'm going to put it in the rice pot. So I am going to start with taking the 3/4 cups of rice, putting it in the rice pot with a cup of water, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, had to make a change in plans. I put a little oil in a small pot. I took half the ginger, and I'm gonna cut that up, put that in a pot. Turns out that the rice needed a little bit of extra stuff in it, so I got to cook it the old way again. Okay, so I cut up the ginger. I'm gonna put it in the pot. Let that cook for a little bit. While that is cooking, I'm going to preset my oven to 425. Okay, I put the rice in there. I let the ginger cook for about a minute. And I put 1 1/4 cup of water. And we're going to put a pinch of salt. We're gonna let that boil, and then we're going to reduce the heat and let it cook. But we have to let it come to a boil first. Okay, the rice has come to a boil. We're gonna reduce the temperature, and we're going to let that cover for about 18 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 17 minutes.
17 minutes, starting now.
Now I have washed and cut up the carrots. I sprayed it with a little oil. And we're gonna put a little, whoops, salt and pepper on it. Salad is up. And we're gonna roast this in the oven for about 25 minutes. Okay, I have cut up the green onions. So I have the white and the green, and then I cut up the rest of the ginger. I'm gonna make some meatballs. I have the meat in a bowl. I am going to put in the panko the remaining ginger, a tablespoon of this sauce. Just a tablespoon of it. Pop that right there so that won't make a mess. Then I'm going to go ahead and put, can you get that? Okay. I'm going to put in a little salt. And pepper. Okay, now we're going to mix this up and make meatballs. I know that's my bracelet making all that noise. I have a alert bracelet because of the blood thinners I am on, and I have to have it on and it clings and dings on everything, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna break that in half because each one is supposed to make like 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I'll wash my hands. Okay, I have a sheet pan that I have prepared, a little spray, and I am going to put the meatballs on the tray and put them into the oven to cook first. Okay, we will put that in the oven and let that cook for about 16 minutes. Okay, now while everything's in the oven and cooking and doing everything it has to do, I'm gonna go ahead and make the sauce, which again will be with sour cream and a little sriracha. Couple tablespoons of sour cream and sriracha. We're gonna mix that up, and we're gonna put a little water in it so that it will have a drizzle consistency. And we will cover that until the meatballs. Okay, the first timer has gone off. We flaked up the rice and got it ready. We have the sauce here. Covered that to have that ready. And now we're waiting on everything else. Okay, the timer for the carrots has gone off. We're going to take that, put that here, and we're going to cover that up. Okay, the timer has gone off on the meatballs. So we're going to take that out, put that right here. Now I have the rest of the Korean barbecue sauce. I put it in the bowl. We're going to take the meatballs, I think, and put it and coat it in the bowl. And we're gonna cover this and wait for dinner. I will show you how it comes out.
It's getting too late. I want you and I can't wait. Don't wanna spend a minute without you. I know you feel the same. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body.